It seems that the means to election has changed from the facts, purpose, and leadership to manipulation, showmanship, and tricks. Where's the peanuts? The American people have been witness to many great speeches. John F. Kennedy once stated to the UN Assembly, "Mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind." JFKLibrary.org. JFK was a great speaker and had a great tone of voice and had a strong vocabulary and was very passionate about the stance he took on the issues close to him. Just by the way he presented himself to the public, everyone knew he was a great man, a man to be respected. Sarah Palin addressed the Republican National Party in acceptance of John McCain's nomination to be his vice president. Although Palin has great showmanship, she lacks the education experience as most politicians. There are many different ways that one can analyze the speech she had given by determining the audience targeted, the occasion for the speech, the character of the speaker, and what was said. This was more of a ceremonial speech for the Republican Party, designed to introduce the candidate. She was to support McCain and make it known she is maintaining his ideas. The speech was also an acceptance speech for her position of vice president if John McCain wins this election. Sarah Palin's acceptance speech in front of the RNC makes us question what audience she is targeting. I'm just one of the many moms who will say an extra prayer each night for our sons and daughters going into harm's way. Our son Track is 19, and 1 week from tomorrow, September 11th, he'll deploy to Iraq with the Army infantry in the service of his country. My nephew Casey also enlisted service on a carrier in the Persian Gulf, HuffingtonPost.com, said Palin during her acceptance speech. She thinks she wins the support of mothers of America because she has a child in the military and hopes they empathize with her. Palin's speech was also targeted to any potential American voter who is willing to listen, of every ethnic background and middle-class citizens. She pulls in groups of people using emotional appeal to win over the American hearts. She wins many mothers' support because of the fact that she is a mother herself. Any woman, mother or not, is captivated by Palin because she is the first woman to ever run for vice president. She ties all these American supporters together and hopes to win this election. Palin seems to target the audience that she can win over by her trickery and showmanship. Who wouldn't love a hockey mom that's passionate about her fellow Americans? Sarah Palin does not have much credibility, experience, or adequate education to run America. Although she was governor of Alaska, she had never even served as senator. Her speech was lacking intelligence. She spoke like an everyday American. To some people, this may be appealing, but I know that I do not want an everyday American running my country. Palin did not demonstrate a fluent knowledge of events, which makes her speech seem like it's just a show. Katie Couric said, "I'm just going to ask you one more time not to belabor the point. Specific examples in the 26 years of pushing for more regulation." Palin responded, "I'll try to find you some and I'll bring them to you." This was an interview between Katie Couric and Palin on CBS News, asking Palin what McCain has done about the regulations of our financial institutions. Palin couldn't give even one example of what he has done. Shouldn't the partner McCain know a thing or two about what's going on? She comes to us as an average citizen, but America needs an above-average citizen to help run our country. We are in desperate need of help and change. Can an average, everyday citizen make the change we need? Palin is a powerful speaker. She really knows how to get the audience on their feet. To me, it seems as though she's running for homecoming queen instead of representing her campaign. If you take away her showmanship and antics, she doesn't have much left. I think she lost sight of what politics are about and has focused on patronizing the opponent. She mentions Obama more than she mentions what she and McCain can do for our country. Here's a quote in her acceptance speech about Obama on HuffingtonPost.com. What does he actually seek to accomplish after he's done turning the waters and healing the planet? The answer is to make government bigger and take more of your money and give more orders from Washington and reduce the strength of America in dangerous world. America needs more energy. Our opponent is against producing it. Victory in Iraq is finally in sight and he wants to forfeit. How about using that time and focus on her own campaign? What can McCain and Palin do for our country? I think a good speaker would want to empathize the positive points about herself rather than the downside of her opponent. In closing, Palin may come across as a great speaker, but is she a great leader? After analyzing her acceptance speech at the RNC, everyone will realize her lack of credibility and experience. She has great showmanship, but showmanship can only get you so far in politics. The targeted audience is blindsided by her trickery and manipulation. She has picked her audience and lured them by using emotional appeal in all of her speeches.